Hi there, I'm Beckie Belote, Creative Memories Advisor from Newport News, and today I want to really show you some cool tips using the summertime doodle template and a couple other things too. So if you like getting looks like this border, you're going to love this doodle template. So let me show you, I'm going to show you just some quick tips, and then I'll show you some ideas I've made with it because it's going to be probably your new favorite tool too. All right, so let me resituate just for a second. Okay, so first of all, let me just show you some tips. Like, I like to sketch on a piece of paper, and that way I can cut it off. That way if I make a mistake, it doesn't mess up my actual piece of paper. I also like to do some two-toned things. Like, I like to first trace with my black, or you actually can come back and do the black after you do the color, which is kind of smarter, especially if you're using lighter colors, and then it won't smudge. All right, so I did that, and now I can come back in and color the petals. I'm going to make this one kind of a pinky reddy. Notice how when I scribble, I'm kind of scribbling all in the same direction. It just gives a better look. You would think that the bold tip would be faster, but I tried it with the bold tip, and it can't reach all the crevices, and it doesn't take long doing it with the fine tip. So that's what I recommend, and this is what you get. The nice thing about tracing first also is if it slides a little, you'll know where to put it back. So a lot of this is just very self-explanatory, this template. But this one, I wanted to show you because this looks like it's only able to make a really small little journal box. But because our templates are see-through, actually, I'm going to use the bold tip on this, I think. Because they're see-through, oops, well, we'll just show you the small box first. I lost my train of thought, imagine that. All right, and then we get this look. If I wanted a bigger one, and I felt like that probably put out more ink than I wanted. All right, but we're going to try this one more time, and I'm not going to bear down quite as hard. I'm just going to go here and here. I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 little lines. All right, and then what I can do is pick it up and go ahead and line back up to the last line. And that way I can make it bigger and even bigger if I want to. And on the last one, of course, what you're going to do, and I can see where I've gone. On your last one, you're going to go ahead and put the end part, the end cap. Okay, and then you can trim this away and put it right on your page. All right, the next thing I wanted to show you is another strategy. And it is with little makeup pads. You all have these at home, these little makeup pads. You can get them at Dollar Tree or Amazon or wherever. And I like these with our dot pens. The dot pens release a lot more ink at one time, so it's just a faster strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of ink there. And then I'm going to show you how cool this is. It gives you kind of a watercolor flower. Then I could come back in with the other color or my pen and do the little stem. Somebody said, oh, well, it's, you know, all not the same color, and I think that's totally fine. I like our new yellow pen for this. Go ahead and color in there. This is so therapeutic. It's like a grown-up coloring book, and it doesn't take long, and you'll be really pleased with the results. Make sure you kind of don't do it on the edge, and that way if you want to cut it out, you have plenty of room to use your circle cutter or your oval cutter to cut it out. Is that beautiful? So let's take a look at some other things that I've done with this. This page, this little border here at the top, I actually used this one. And again, you can just keep sliding it down. So this is the summertime collection, which is super pretty, isn't it? I'm also using two new tools, the 5-leaf punch and the spring leaf here. If you pick a variegated color of paper, the leaf looks even prettier. So kind of keep that in mind when you're starting to cut your leaves out. This one I made one of the little journal boxes, and you can see that I made it a little bit bigger to give some pop there. This is also a new punch called the Flag Banner, which you're going to love. This paper line that you're seeing here is United We Stand. This one, I made this little journal box using this one. I just kind of turned it this way, and I put the balloons up here in that hibiscus spot instead. Really liked that look. This one, I did the little fish. And I remember from being in Florida when I was a little kid that they'd have a lot of these angelfish, the black and white ones. So I just traced some of the openings and didn't color them in to have the white. And this one, if I had done it reverse color, it would have been a little Nemo. I didn't think of it when I was doing it, but do some variegated colors on them. It's a lot of fun. Oh, and this right here, it looks like coral. That is the trash that came out of my spring leaf punch. Cool, huh? And then this one shows, again, the hibiscus that I just showed you, where I traced it in black before I colored it in. This one shows a variegated turtle, where I did 2 different colors on the turtle. Again, I just lightly colored that. I did not sponge it. And then so that you can see some other sponging ideas, here's a couple that I made with that. Now I want to talk just a quick bit about the chamois. It's called the stamp chamois, and so if you don't have our stamping system, you may not have felt the need to get the stamp chamois. But I love this for cleaning my template. So one thing I want to point out is when you open it, it's really soft and supple and a little bit of damp, and that's normal. After you use it, you're supposed to throw it down on your scrapbook table and walk away and have your meal and wait for it to get hard like this. So it's not broken. It's supposed to get hard when it's dry, and that's how you'll store it. And it's okay that it gets dirty because it's not going to get on anything once it's dried and you wet again. When you wet it, it is the most luscious feeling. What I do is I just run it under. I'm getting it wet right now, so I'm not leaving you. But it you can just run it under your sink, and then it will be way too wet. So then you want to actually wring it out so that it's just damp, because it doesn't need to be very wet at all. All right. And then what I recommend is that you keep yourself a scrap piece of paper to do this on, and you just wipe it right off. And I also recommend that you do both sides, just in case, like in this case where my red, it kind of, too much of it dispensed at one time. You want to go ahead and do both sides, because you're probably going to have some ink that ran through on both sides. So it easily cleans it. What doesn't go away is fine, because that's not going to come off on anything. We just want to make sure nothing comes off on any of our special projects. Okay, is that cool? Let me say goodbye to you. So I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed that. I love this template, and I hope you will take advantage of it. Bye now.